nation.
But when it comes to our personal happiness, independence may be the exact opposite of what we really need. We like to call her our happiness coach. Christine Whelan from UW-Madison is back with us today. Hi, Christine.
Happy to be here.
Happy July.
Happy July.
So what are we talking about here?
All right, so tomorrow we celebrate Independence Day, right? And independence as a nation is wonderful and something we very much need. And as individuals, we want independence too, the ability to make choices, to kind of be the masters of our own future. The thing is, though, too many choices don't always make us more happy. And so actually, one of the secrets to happiness is relationships. It's interdependence. And not just me, me, me all the time, but how the me can work with the we to maximize everybody's happiness.
So you need the right balance of independence and human activity.
Absolutely. So it's about individuals and community. And in fact, 4th of July is kind of a great example of that as a holiday. Because what do we do on 4th of July? We come together with barbecues and with community events to really celebrate us as a group. And one of the things that I think would be really important for all of us on 4th of July is to think about all the people who helped us get to where we are, right? To thank our mentors, to send a quick text or an email to all those who helped us out along the way, acknowledging that we are interdependent as individuals and really as a world.
Oh, I love that idea. In terms of more choices don't necessarily make you happy, there's research that backs that up.
There is. So there's some fascinating research that shows even in grocery shopping, if you go into the grocery store and you're presented with 24 different jams, you are much more likely to look at them and just walk away from all of them and feel overwhelmed than if you see 3 and you can make a choice within a smaller universe of things. In fact, we can do this in our own lives, and behavioral economists call this second-order decision-making, where you make a big decision, like, I'm going to go back to school for another degree. And because you've made that one big decision, you know where you're going to be on a particular day. You know how you're going to be prioritizing your spending. So making those big decisions helps us make all of the smaller decisions more easily.
Oh, interesting.
So you should limit your choices?
To some degree, yes. Think about it. If you had a choice of what to do if you woke up every morning and you had no idea what you were going to do, you kind of lie there thinking, well, what's next, right?
What am I doing today?
What am I going to do today, right? But if you have a plan, that tends to make us feel like we can make better choices within the structure of our day. You know, it's true for toddlers, certainly, and that's always the child advice. But it's true for adults too, right? Structure and making those big choices to help guide our smaller choices really makes a difference.
Oh, that's interesting. And I think when you're talking about being interdependent, sometimes our social media and everything else is doing exactly the opposite. It's kind of pulling us apart.
Indeed. So there's this idea of how many friends can you really have. It's called the Dunbar number. And we can't actually have 500 or 1,000 friends and actively keep up with them. No, we have a smaller group of friends, and then we have a sort of a larger community group. But generally investing in not just our small group, but getting out there into the larger community and saying, you know, I'm a part of something bigger. Even getting out there into nature, taking a walk and thinking, gosh, the air that I'm breathing right now, it's supporting me. I'm part of this larger whole. That boosts your happiness.
Really?
It does.
Just being alone?
You could go on a walk with someone else,
okay,
but you're never alone. You're with nature and all the wonderful things around you. But just being aware and mindful and acknowledging how we as organisms are interdependent, how we are interdependent in relationships, but really also how we can get involved in our community, how we can see what's going on in the world and not feel so isolated. Because, you know, if we're always focused on me, 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 that leads to isolation, that leads to more anxiety, that leads to depression, and that leads us to feel really alone in the world. And this Independence Day, we don't have to. Think about it as interdependent, too.
One big group?
Yeah.
Interesting.
One happy family. You going to go to a barbecue?
I'll be here working.
It's his holiday to work.
My work friends.
Well, there you go. I'll be at a barbecue.
We're going to barbecue here, though.
Oh, excellent. See, as a community.
As a community.
This is wonderful. So you're living my happiness advice already.
I feel happier already.
Excellent.
Christine, thank you.
Thanks, Christine.
Have a happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Right back with a final check your forecast.